Adolescents and young adults represent a growing share of the number of people living with HIV and AIDS in Ghana. And for answers to why this has become a trend, watch our latest Hotline documentary, My Status by Faustina Safo. Now, we bring you excerpts.
Adolescents and young adults represent a growing share of the number of people living with HIV and AIDS worldwide. According to a UNICEF report, 510,000 young people between the ages of 10 to 24 were newly infected with HIV in 2018 alone. 20-year-old Akusia, as I choose to call her, is one of the over 316,000 students who sat for the 2018 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. Days before the examination, all Form 3 students were asked to assemble at the dining hall. Medical practitioners from a non-governmental organization had come to lecture them on HIV and AIDS. For Akusia, it will be the first time she gets tested.
So after they were done with the talk, they told us to go and test. So I went to test and it was negative. So I was free, I went away.
WASI results were finally out, but contrary to expectations, Akusia failed in 2 core subjects and had to resit the exams. Her parents could barely afford her fees the first time. Paying for another was beyond their means. Akusia started her own business selling noodles at night with the hope that she would be able to gather enough money to resit the exams. It was on one of those fateful nights that she met Kofi, a man in his 40s, who offered to help, but at a price.
I had no support. So I was working, that's where I met the man. And he said the way I'm hardworking, he wants to help me. So he guaranteed to pay for my fees, my remedial fee. So he gave me the money to go and register. And later on, he invited me to his house. I went to his house. I didn't know what came and we had sexual intercourse.
Intergenerational sex occurs when a young woman decides to have intercourse with a man 5 or more years older, and vice versa. Months after their intercourse, Akusia started experiencing unusual symptoms.
I started falling sick here and there. When I go to the hospital, the doctor said nothing was wrong with me. And they don't even give me medicine. Sometimes I'll come to the house, I'll be crying, then be praying. I had an anointing oil. That's what I'll be drinking small.
Doctors told Akusia her symptoms pointed to a stubborn vaginal infection. But even after completing the prescribed dosage, Akusia's condition deteriorated further. Fed up, she decided to do her own research.
I took my phone and I Googled causes of infections, and when I Googled the signs and symptoms, it was different from what I was experiencing. So something came into my mind to search for, let's say, causes of HIV is. So when I searched, it was the same symptoms I was experiencing.
So Akusia decided to get tested again. This time, the results would change her life forever.
I went and it was HIV-1 positive and HIV-2 negative. At first, I wanted to die. I can't sleep at night. I'll be crying the whole day. I'll go and hide at the washroom, then I'll be crying because even though I'm not all that old, but what I have been through since childhood till now, sometimes I feel say I don't see the essence of me coming to this life.
All right, this is chilling, isn't it? We've got a lot of details. It's our latest Hotline documentary, Is My Status. It shows today and tomorrow, so you've got to make a date and watch it later this evening.